you got questions, feel free to ask. My name is Cullen. This is my father, Ron. We're about an hour east or harbor Maine of a small town called Madison, Maine. This is a speed bander, so I can measure the lobster, and I can band the lobster, just like that. Make sure to double tap that screen. Appreciate it. there are lobsters. So we can't keep every lobster, we gotta measure every lobster.
measuring band, is that what they're doing? Measuring with the back of the lobster.
double tap the screen, give me a high five. It helps other people know that we're live, so I appreciate those double taps. So, my name's Kelly, it's my father Ron. We live what you call a very traditional Maine lifestyle, lobster fish, we got a small blueberry farm, really the stereotypical Maine stuff. So, that's what the videos that I post are about. It's all Maine and our lifestyle and kind of showing what's fun. So I appreciate you guys, gals, hanging out with us tonight. Let me know where in the world are you watching from. And it's one of the coolest things about social media is meeting people from all over the world. So get at it. Move you over here, see if you like that. I'm sorry, you guys like that better?
See a little better of the action going on.
I don't know if they'd like to watch it all. I don't know.
Oh, can they see me all?
Because it's all you. Where is it? You're over there. They're there. They don't see you. They see you gasping and stuff.
Oh, they can?
Yeah.
Well, they can send it over there if they want.
See if you like it.
It's up to them. Alright, we're almost there. We're going to put our hooks back on the right word.
Morning. Got a little shake up at bar all the way. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So we got a storm hurricane coming up the coast. We're not going to see no wind out of it. We're going to see some big seas, I guess. So it's starting already. It's a pretty big storm because they're getting it down in Maryland right now this morning, I think. And are you ready, honey?
Yeah.
Let's get to work. And now we're going to be getting seeded yesterday morning. We started here. Nova Scotia Lobster Fleet here. District here, oh yeah, right. We're up in Nova Scotia. We're not that far from you guys. We're just across the border. In the winter wintertime, when I used to go diving in the winter, east of here, we would talk to the guys in Grand Maine on the radio for Canada. All right, honey, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
I don't know what this is going to be. This is how many feet of water? No feet of water right here. That's what I call it, no feet of water. No feet of water. Alright, here we go. Ooh, cow. It's like no feet of water here. Yeah. You see that? Oh, man. Ooh, hung down here. Oh, man, I hope we didn't get my girlfriend. That's what we'll hunt for, these lobsters. This one here is a female and she's already been punched. You can see that tail's been cut. She's full of eggs. Pretty cool. Look at how thick that vapor is over there, the fog. That's kind of crazy. Jeez, 11 feet of water right there. Which is fine, but... Daddy-o, I gotta roll around. The tide is coming right now. And that buoy's backwards on it. Camera at an angle so much I can't read it. It tips straight down. Read it.
Hello, good night. Hello. Hello.
sand dollar. Usually, you don't catch them usually. Kind of cool. Gotta save that for the baby. Old madman will love that sand dollar.
You know, the only time we ever catch it is in this room here.
Man, ain't there a lot of stuff in the water? I'd say from that. Everything's washing here on the shores. Hard work, I know, yeah. You ready, honey?
Yep.
Yeah, it's really nice weather. But there's a... Kelly, look at that fog or whatever drifting apart.
Yeah.
Is that cool or what? Yeah, so we're about an hour east out of Bar Harbor, Maine, if you're wondering. And we usually go live every day when we're doing this. So if you click and follow, you can follow us. Next time we go, you can ask us any kind of question. We do not care. Everybody has a buoy color. This is our maroon and white. Look at that raft of leaves behind you. Raft is over there. Oh, look behind you. Oh, I got the island. That much.
Look at this. There's a baby hermit crab.
Oh, yeah. What's that? Yeah. I think that's the biggest raft of seaweed I've ever seen in this river. Anyways, right now this hurricane that's coming up the east coast is going to be here Friday, and now they're calling for now a 12-foot sea.
12-foot sea, yeah.
A 12-foot sea. What kind of bait are you using? Good question. We're using pokies this morning. Pokies, fresh caught pokies, right up here in the river or the harbor right by us. Some days we're in 10, 11 feet of water, and other days we are in 150. That's what we're looking for. A nice shedder. It's got like a pumpkin horns, and soft. It's a nice lobster. Probably the best eaten in the world.
Forgot, there's plenty of butter.
Lots of butter.
Lots of butter.
You don't need dill, you don't need lettuce, you don't need anything. You just need a little bit of butter. Just need a little bit of butter. Perfect. Now we gotta go up in here where it's pretty shallow. Kelly, even with sunglasses on, it is so bright. I cannot see my buoys up here. Yeah, I can't see them.
Yeah, right there.
I see it. So my name is Ron. This is my son Kelly. It's his account that we're watching, that you're watching. He has all kinds of tourism videos, stuff like that of Maine. All kinds of different things. If you got a question, you got to ask. We're going to haul about 220 lobster traps today. Let's go, Morty. You got it. They're pairs. One line. The lobster's been a little dry, I guess. Irish moss. Oh, movies. We also fish crabs. You can see we do not see. Man, ain't it thick over towards Harrington? So if you have a question, you can certainly ask. Anything you see or what he's, I don't know if you can see what he's doing. He's in the back measuring them. There's a measure like this. He's measuring the back of them. We don't obviously get to keep all of them. If they're female with eggs on, we got to give them back. They're breeders. We don't take them. There's a lot of rules and regulations we follow when we lobster every year. Of course, we got to try to set the gear and not on top of anybody else or get tangled. I don't know if you can see, there's buoys all around us. Yeah. Yeah. off so Daddy-O don't slip on that. Say hi, say hi, say hi. Alright, man, alright. Here we go. Now we're pushing him over the side. There's a rope between us when he gets taut. You watch Kelly, you're gonna push right about now. Now the rest of it's coming out. So you can see like there's a pile of rope right down by our feet. It's in a box actually. The top water and it's killing the algae on the rope that grows. Yeah, it was 39 degrees this morning. It's already started. Ugh. I'll get the next lobster I get, I'll show you how we measure them. So you get an idea of what we can take. So we're in no feet of water, that's what I call it. So I gotta pay attention. I know there's rocks all over here. We don't want to get that. There's a main buoy that I have. And there's a secondary buoy. It has a float that keeps the rope up out of there. That goes between it, I just flake out between us. You have to be mindful of where we're standing here on the boat. Take this lobster right here and there's a measure. You put this up in the corner of his eye. I know it seems rough, but and now you see this line here on its back. We're measuring down to it. It stays above that line. We keep it below that line. Too small. We throw it back and shed a few more times. Isn't the sun bright? Isn't she lovely? Oh, I'm gonna miss this buoy probably. I cannot see him. The sun is so bright. point. We're right up on top of them. I can't even see it. The sun is so bright. What's I doing? That's what we're chasing for is these lobsters, as you can see. They're cool, right? There's some weed right here, huh?
Yeah. Definitely some seaweed right here.
Yeah. Are you guys hiring? Yeah. Where you live? Hello, good morning. Hey guys from Russia. Amazing job. Good luck. Thanks for the good wishes. Here we go again. Ready, Kelly? So we started out this morning 39 degrees. And right now I'd like to be in a t-shirt, I think. As hot as I am, it's the last buoy in this string, and then we're going to slide down to the next string. Here we go. Kelly, it's the last one right now. I'm looking forward to the next string, actually, myself, but... I got a feeling, Kelly. I got a feeling. Feelings got dashed. Yeah, when I go to haul on it, it goes whoa, it does. I don't know. Alright, anyways. That is crazy how thick a fog it is over there. weed up in here. Wow. Kelly, bring me one of them. So now Kelly has banded this with the bands on it. And I'm going to show you the difference between a male and a female. So if you look, the last set of swim mats right up next to its body kind of looks like hard. This is a male, and a female would have little dainty feather-like swim mats. Now if you're at a restaurant, somebody asks you if that's a boy or a girl, you'll be able to tell them. You just flip it over. If it's rigid swim mats, it's a male. And if it has like little teeny feathers on it, it's a female. Kind of interesting, right? I have a monitor or whatever. I have several monitors up here in the wheelhouse. It shows me where we are, kind of like plotters like you have maybe on a car. Maybe a little more detailed than the map, but because we have to know where all our gear is so we can go back. Today it's a nice day. Of course, we can probably find it without the help of it, but I use it all the time because when it's foggy out, we'll never be able to get back to the gear because it's marked. And we have like 800 traps. That's the limit you can have in Maine. So you have 800 little things you got to try to remember. It's a lot. So you have one of these plotters that reminds you of something where you are. Oh yeah, that'd be crazy. So that's some weed right there. So what's happening is there's a storm coming. It's a hurricane and it's one of the first of the year, but we're not going to get anything out of it. It's really no danger to us, but we're going to get some big swells coming. They're already building and stuff is breaking around many of the islands and stuff. So right now we're going to see it. When are we going to see it the most? The hurricane, when are we going to see it? Friday? Friday to Saturday, we're going to see it the most. We're going to see 12-foot seas, which is nothing. It's a swell more than a sea, but or at least that's what they're saying. We don't know. We'll see when it gets there. But oh man, there's a lot. But right now, where it's rinsing against the shore, it's washing a lot of stuff off of the banks. All kinds of stuff in the water. You might see it through the camera, I don't know, but we're just riding around a great big pile of it to get to my traps. I don't know if you can see it right there. I'll turn. See all that weed way up at the top? See it all? Big rafts of it. We're trying to avoid that. The boat don't like it in the wheel. Imagine getting a blue lobster. Maybe we have already. Caught a pretty blue lobster back about. Kelly, when did we catch that blue lobster? 2013. So yeah, they're not every day for sure. 2013. Okay, honey, we're here. It's full of rockweed and I missed the buoy. Imagine that. We drove that far. Now we was by ourselves here. Now we got a whole gaggle. What the hell's going on here? We're all by ourselves, these. All right, let's try it again. Using a gas to hook up the buoy. The buoy. everybody's got a color. This is our Merlin light. And wheel that pump down. There's two buoys. There's a main and then there's a float. We'll zoom in a little bit. Alright, here we go again now. I can't read it. I get the sun is so bright. We're wearing sunglasses today because it's so bright. Somebody wrote something, Kelly. You gotta scroll it back. It was pretty good. Man, we're right. Everybody's plowed on top of us here. Kelly?
There's an oysterman that set up the Maryland up the grabber.
On this or there? Yeah, I don't know down in Illinois if you're there. I don't know how bad the storm is. We have a friend from North Carolina up here that's an oyster guy. That's a pretty big company. We got to go oyster for the first time. Well, he grows them in a farm, but we got to go down there where they do it. It was kind of fun to watch you guys do all that. Size, as you can see, right? So you see it's throwing some away, some we know that it's not the right size and too small. Oh, really? Yeah, I just read that. Oysterman and crabber, yeah. So you know what it's all about. So it'll be good to get down here and see some of these seas breaking. Hopefully they don't do any damage, anything around. Obviously, I think it's just going to be a big swell. We have heavy hurricanes come up in here and stay the hell out of it, you know. Right, I think that's right next to that. Yeah, that big raft. I hope it's not in the middle of it. Oh yeah, it's right on the edge of it. There's big rafts of weed. There's a big log or something in the middle of that one. Captain, oh Captain. Oh, yeah. Thunderstorm right, I went over to the wrong buoy. Watching from the Philippines, yeah. So it's been pretty hot up here in Maine. We're an hour east out of Bar Harbor, so we're way up on the coast. And it's been pretty warm this summer, you know. We just had a real hot spell, and now it's just been polar opposite. It was 39 degrees this morning. The last couple mornings it's been in the 40s. Kind of early for fall yet, even for us. But anyways, we're using for bait right there, pogies. About how big it is. So you can see with my hand how big the fish is. I don't like to touch the bait. Just because then I gotta touch the steering wheel, touch my water. I don't like it all greasy. Bait on the trap. I just don't want to touch it. So here we go. You ready, Captain? I'll give you a call when we find SpongeBob. I will. Right here, you see these? That's a female lobster. You can tell by the little swimettes right at the top. You see how they're a little dainty. That's a female. And the loop. Ah. I thought this string would be good, and it's been a blowout. Speak of, really. Tides here. 12, 13 foot tides. Yellowfin, I know who that is. So if you're just following us for about an hour east out of Bar Harbor, Maine, and we're after lobsters this morning. Butcher your name if I said it, but thank you. Thank you, good job, yes. Alright, let's see about out here. See if you see a difference here. Out here. Ooh, pretty cool. We got a lumpfish. And good luck. Lumpfish. Pretty cool, right? They come in different colors. Blue, red, maroon, violet. Yeah, good luck. And they have a suction cup. The lobster pit, they have a suction cup so it would stick right to the screen. And you can see the bottom of it right here. It'll stick to like literally almost anything. There you go. So it's kind of cool to see it. We catch different fish throughout the day. We don't use gnats today. Don't be tired, I won't. Here we go, here we go. We use lobster traps made out of wire. They're very expensive to build now. They used to be. They were always expensive, now they're very expensive to build. So. I was telling everybody this morning that this hurricane coming through, we're anticipating some really big seas. Hello. I might move this one over to the side here a little bit. I'm going to spin around on this buoy. Deeper water here beside us. That's what we're chasing, all these lobsters. You see how we throw some back. Now we're moving this trap, so I deleted it off my screen. I'm going to slide this over. There's the teach right there. That's a nice one right there. So I just remarked it so I can find it at the end of the fog. We got one more over here. I'm going to do the same thing with that too. I'm going to bring it out and dump it off in a little deeper water. I don't know where you guys are watching me from, but I'm from Maine, at a little town none of you probably ever heard of, Addison. Has about 1,200 people in it, right on the coast. Yeah, I'm going to move this one too, Kelly, I think. People around our town either probably fishing blueberries. We have a blueberry farm ourselves. We just got done harvesting wild blueberries. We do a lot of traditional jobs. This is a male crab. You can tell by its apron underneath of it. You see how this is really narrow. Female crab. There's another little boy. A female crab would have had to delete some marks here. The female crab would have a wider tail, so she would clutch her eggs, hang on them. And when you see the female and she has her eggs, it kind of looks like a sponge. How much time you were fishing? We fished probably from. We made our living off the water primarily, but we got it, Cal? Okay, that's it for that string. I got. Okay, we ain't got far. We're gonna pick it right back up. We fished probably from July till December, and then we'll be done. I had a breakfast and I'm still starving this morning. Now we're moving again right now. We just gotta move over to the next string, which is just literally right here. I can already see the buoy coming up. So hopefully that answers your question. I can't keep female lobsters that punch or a tail has a V in it. Somebody, other fishermen, if you catch a lobster, basically if you catch a lobster with names on it, you see it, they have a punch. You can use a knife, but we use this as a V punch. It's just like when you're in school. Yeah, that dropped off bad.
Yeah, we got 16 last time we hauled. We were going to 11 this time.
That ain't cool. I got it. So we're gonna haul around 200 crab. How many hours per day would you fish? We left at 6 this morning, so it'll probably be. Oh man. Oh man. I hope we're not tangled, Papa.
Yeah.
It might be tangled. Never mind. I don't see his float. That's the problem. Was it? lobster very often. You would think we would eat lobster all the time, but we really don't. We had it like, I mean, I love it. Oh, I love it. My grandson, this little boy, loves it too. Anytime he asks to bring it in, we bring it in. But I gotta stop for a second here. Can't see. I like these polarized sunglasses. They work well. I think I'm going to take my sweatshirt off too.
Try to adjust this real quick so you guys are up a little higher here, maybe. Might be a little easier. Thank you guys for hanging out. Remember, if you double tap the screen, lets other viewers know. So I appreciate that. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. Following us. I appreciate it.
Okay. I feel what's going on. I gotta get out of that sweatshirt and get into the t-shirt. All right. Oh, that feels a lot better. You ready?
Yeah.
Ooh, I had to get that off. I was dying. Sweating like a son of a gun.
get excited too sometimes.
Ah!
I do.
Say hi, 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 hi. You got
I
it.
adjusted that camera, is that better? For you?
What's
I
that?
adjusted it up a little bit more so you can see that better. I don't know.
Yeah. Here we go. I'm going to turn this. Perfect, Kelly, perfect. So each one of these buoys are about like, I tell people about like a telephone pole length away from each other, roughly ish. Sometimes they're closer, sometimes further away, but on the average. Somebody's up in there bogey fishing.
I thought it though.
I see a boat up in there dragging a skiff, I think.
Small boat.
Oh, I see a bogey boat up in there. Everybody's got a buoy color, maroon, white is our, this is our color. Catching lobsters. We're like about an hour east of Bar Harbor, Maine. Now we throw these right away. We know that we can't tell. I go back to Kelly. Measure every single lobster. For us to know, we gotta look at each one. Tails that are cut or got a dent into or a dent. Make sure there's no E-latch. So if there's a V-notch in this, right here is a V-notch. This is a little girl, she's been caught with eggs before, somebody punched that, put a V-notch in it. That tells me this is a proven breeder. We will not keep her, no other fisherman will keep her because of that V in this second tape and the second flipper in. That's not a keeper. She'll probably be, for the rest of her life, she'll just be a breeder unless she outgrows that mark. You know, after she sheds again, the mark will get smaller and smaller. She'll grow it back. Eventually she can grow the V back and then she can be caught. But right now, she knows, we all know that she's a proven breeder, so we release her. And usually after a run of lobsters go through, we'll see a lot of them. And then there'll be another run go through. And we'll see some nice clean ones right now. So I just thought I'd inform you on that. I'm using this. So our float necessarily doesn't have to be the color of our buoy. A lot of guys like different colored floats. there's another Jonah crab right there. The claws are delicious on these. We don't save them like that for us at our work. Later in the fall, we'll probably save some. These are 4-foot traps. We'll fish 43s. We have all different colors. You'll see that. Here we go. So as we set these, we're trying to be mindful of the other things around us. We don't want to get tangled with them. They don't want to be tangled with us. Now you can see the rope sliding out of here. And there goes the buoy, and there goes the Maine. So we got to pay attention to where we're standing. Like pay attention to Kelly in the back. And a lot of people come to Maine. They never get up this far east. There's a long ways up the coast here. We're only an hour from Canada. So if you see Maine, you look way at the top of it. On the coast, that's where we are located. And this tool here, this is a gaff to grab the buoy in the water. I wrap them around a hydraulic hauler. Very strong. It's stuck in the trap, it just ain't the right stuff. Question you got to ask. You just got to. How else are you gonna know? That's the thing. We just got done blueberrying, and we're back setting the remainder of the gear. This is real life. Yeah, as real life as it can be. Real life as it gets. If you have a question, you can ask us. This is real life right now happening. It's 8:27 where we live. I don't know where you are, but and yeah, we're catching lobster. Hurricane coming up the east coast here in the next day or two. We're expecting 12-foot seas up here. It's already started. We can see it, white water around us. Ooh, baby. Ooh. This is a male lobster, or male lobster. This is a male crab hanging onto a female. You can only imagine what's going on. They're all kids. Big ones. I misunderstood what you said. So yeah. I'm surprised no one's asked us how deep the water is. Right now it is 40 feet, 37 feet. I tell people we're at 11 feet to 200 feet. You never know. Double tap, we go live every time we're here. You'll be notified, I think, of something. So you can see us again and talk to us again if you want to. We fish in different areas. Last year we see whales, we see all kinds of stuff. Okay, go ahead. See something really cool, we'll try to take the phone out. People. Oh. Man, I'm getting a bad vibe down in here, you know? These last 5 sections, right? All down here. What we could do really to boat, so it's kind of cool. Yeah, we're lobsters. I was a little late for that now. Not excited, but I'm something here. Well, some of these we throw way back. We know that they're too small. This one without being good. It is one small. You don't want to bother your head with something like that. Absolutely, already know it will not go. Do you like lobster? I guess that's the question. Do you love them? And how often do you guys eat them? Didn't even see a little swell way the hell up in here. That's kind of crazy. When we left the house this morning, it was pretty foggy. Pretty foggy this morning when we left the house because it was so cold. So the rope that's between the two traps usually run between tell these little guys are going to throwing the old bait bag in, and we're taking this new bait bag. Now we're ready to roll again. We push them off and get the next one as fast as we can. Do it as quick as we can. 10 feet back breaking work. If you want to follow us when we go live, you can double tap the screen and follow us. This is my son's account. Ready, Kelly? Yeah, here we go. So we're mindful of what's going on. You can see the rope playing out. It's going to come to a knot. He's going to push. Now the rest of it's coming out. There goes the float, and there goes the main. That's the end of that. That's the end of that. Oh, wait. Wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. No, that's the end of that. Just finished that string up. We're going to pile drive right over here. Grab the next one, but we ain't got far to go at all. This deal. I can already see the buoy right now. I am hungry, pal. Hungry. 8:40. I got, the doctor has told me I got to eat a little better. I got this bar by lunchbox. I'm starving to eat, and I know it tastes like cardboard. I hate it. off between strings just to kind of keep the mud at bay a little bit. Honey, we're here. Oh, baby! Sing. Gotta have a positive attitude.
This one did not do good last night.
Oh, it didn't. This is where I split the string up 50-50.
Everything after this was pretty solid.
These ones here were just throwing back. No, they're no good. You can tell they're just little ones. Kelly's young enough and strong enough to need something to repair. Once we get in a rhythm, we just go right along. Try to stay steady. The traps are spread out about telephone pole length. We're working generally speaking. I am starving. Right here.
Super don't later.
I know, I'm just saying, I'm still. I want to do it right now. I can do it again. It's okay, we're gonna keep on grinding. Just found for like an hour east from Bar Harbor, Maine. You can double tap the screen, get a light out of this. I think they'll notify you if you go live again, which we do most days. You can say, hey, check in with us, see how we're doing. Some days are better than others, obviously, but we enjoy all the days on the spot. Go to the snow on the ground, hopefully. traps. Wow. Covered in mud or what? Yeah, that's my arm. Sorry. If you have a question, definitely ask us. If you're wondering what's going on or what we're doing, where we are, anything you can ask. Do other traditional jobs, making reeds, picking brush. We have a blueberry farm. And we fish. Hey man, how's it going? That's my son Kelly. This is actually his live, not mine. Got a lot of firewood. That's coming up shortly. I was hoping that. See a little. What do you want? Lion, this and that. So yeah, we're going from string to string and buoy to buoy. Hi hi. Thanks for watching. Paying attention. Tell everybody we're up in Maine, way far up at the top. If you look at a map, we're way at the top of Maine. Long Patrol is really close to Canada. Takes us an hour. We go up there for lunch sometimes to Canada. Very close. think we got more though than. We got 4 down here we gotta go snag. There we go. That's a good question, Lynn. That's a real good question. We're using pogies, fresh pogies, salted. They were caught right here. We are, some years we catch our own bait, but right now we are not. And I believe, yeah, these were caught just like this past week. They catch them and salt them, obviously we have to have them salted or they dry. But they're pretty fresh pogies. We fish with herring, black codheads. We fish with lots of stuff. Big hide, that's another big one, big hide. We're not using that today. Probably will start. Hairless big hide, but yeah, big hide nevertheless. I split this string up when I set it, so I gotta run down here just a minute. I already see the buoy. We gotta haul the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Be done with the string. Many more to go, so we're going to try to get through 200. My average day is around 200, 260. Right now we're fishing 220 today. I think that's what it's going to amount to, which is a little light than normal, but it's fine. We're waiting on this hurricane to go by and see what that's going to do. Sometimes that stirs up a lot. Like a good boat. Just, and these guys can't see how much weed is on this. They cannot see how much seaweed is on this. So right now, tides are really not that bad. Where there's that hurricane coming through. All the old seaweed off the great big rafts, and now it's all over the river here. So every time you haul the buoy, that's what we're looking for, is eating. There's a great big gob of mud between me and you. One of us will slip on that. Regulations, we do have regulations, obviously. There's a big push about this whale, the right whale. Come out, Noah said a lot of bad stuff in court that wasn't right. That's all been flushed out, but we still have a bunch of regulations on us for the right whale, yeah, so it's a problem. The guys offshore have more regulations. show you one thing we gotta do. So since we're in the state of Maine, Maine is the purple, has a purple color. So we have to paint our lines purple in different places, and that's in case a whale gets tangled, they can tell, you know, where it came from, what state. So this is the next thing we had to do. We got to put a breakable link into every single one of our traps and every single one of our end lines, because if a whale ever did get entangled, it would break at 1700 psi. Supposedly, I don't know how true that is. We did tests on that. Lawyer ourselves. I will tell you this. We did it between a car and a tree, and we tried different things. And I'll tell you what, when they break, I'm telling you that rope is moving. Cut your head off when that breaks, but yeah, there's a link in there for the whales. And if you're outside, the further outside you go, the more marks you got to have onto your rope, so you can distinguish between inshore or outshore, you know, offshore. It's just a bunch of, I don't know, it is what it is. Can you imagine saving up all your money and buying nice rope, nice gear, and then cut it in half and put a link in it? A lot of guys say they break now. I'm not sure. We haven't had no issues with them, but they do break. But other than that, now it's not doing too bad. Color. This is ours, white. We have a main and we have a float. Float keeps the buoys up. We have a lot of tide down here. The rope that's between these two traps is plug rope. You might lose a lot of the air if the rope is all laying on the bottom. Ready, honey? Watch your feet. We fish inshore. 3 miles off. Sounds like having a beer. No. I've never seen it like that. It's just the way it is. ready for a snack. One more, Kelly. We're right in here by a fish weir too. Hey guys, hi. Here we go. Yeah, so we've been going through and it was pretty good here earlier this month, and now that we got caught up, we'll probably wait for another batch to come through, but we still got to go through all the gear. Yeah, it hasn't, you know, I mean, yeah, obviously. The guys offshore have to have black boxes, right, Kelly?
No.
Yeah, if you fish offshore, you're gonna have a black box on. Hell. So they gotta have a box on all the time. The state can monitor wherever they are at any time. If you don't use the box, you lose your license. It's just this. box. That's crazy. Oh, we gotta. How often do we gotta do it? How many pots do you haul or run in these Aaron and pokies? We're using pokies. We can use both. Sometimes we switch back and forth. And how many pots do you run? We're at about probably 600 and change, and we'll haul a couple 220 a day. We can have up to 800. The black box, yeah. Says you might as well have an observer. We have to write down everything we catch today. The time where we were, oh my word, it's a ton of stuff. That ain't okay, right?
So guys, I'm gonna end this live so I can save on my phone here a little bit. So I'll probably hop on live here in a little bit. Appreciate you guys hanging out. Hopefully you guys learned something, so a little bit of way of our life. So appreciate everyone. Hope you guys have a wonderful day today. Get at it.